Now, as I advertise, I'm making a cute little pocket card. It's pretty easy. When I find a new card fold lately, I usually make it in the US size to see if I like the fold, and then I'll go ahead and try and work out our metric sizes. So hopefully this will work again. It did before, so hoping that it will work. So my base measures 14.8 centimetres by the full length of the A4, which is 21 centimetres. So that's my card base. So I've scored in half at 10.5 centimetres. So then we are going to, I better announce who I am. You all know who I am, but I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. So we're going to measure, because it's 14.8, so half of that is 7.4. That's why I took 0.5 centimetres off, to make it easier to get your centre point. And then we'll do the same all the way around. This T-square ruler is pretty good for doing that. I've already done it, but I'll just do it again. So 7.4 there, and the same. Just make sure that you're going from here. It's a little bit tricky. You've got to put your ruler here, because you want to go 7.4 that way, not that way. Sure that makes sense. Looks like I've gone a little bit wrong there. Actually 7.5 on that one. Let's just get rid of that. Must have had my ruler a bit skew-wifty. Is that a technical word, skew-wifty? Just put a little mark there, okay? And I don't need that again, I don't think. So then we want our trimmer. And we're going to score from point to point here. So I've got my, oopsie, I've got my mark there and there. We're just going to go on the diagonal so you can see where my points, my pencil mark is there, kind of in the middle, and it's in the middle there, hopefully. You do need this to match up, but don't get distressed if it doesn't. You can fix it. I did, there's a few of these on Pinterest, and I did watch a couple of videos. Sometimes it's good to see how other people do it, and one lady said that she didn't score the second one on her trimmer, but I have found that, I need that again in a minute. I've found that if you do go a little bit, because you want, it doesn't go the way that you think. It's pretty good, actually. I've found that if you do go a little bit, first one I made, it was a little bit uneven here. You want them to meet in the middle there. There's a few things I can tell you about how to create this, whether you want to do it whichever way you want to do it. So there's that bit, and then we've got some DSP. So we've got two bits of this. This bit here is, bring my ruler back, bring my normal ruler back, I don't need the T-square. I'm not going to put that on just yet. I'll put the first one on first, I think, so as I know what colourway I want. So that's 14.2 by 2.5, which is about an inch in old school. And then we've got our little piece, little square piece, which is 9.5 by 9.5. And what we're going to do is I want to use this side. So I always like to cut on the side that I'm using, otherwise you get that little ridge but your trimmer leaves a mark. We're going to cut that in half. You might like, if your blade's a little bit blunt, you might like to, just trying to think what one I want to put there. So when I first made this, I thought, oh, she's doing that wrong. That goes on the inside. It doesn't. It goes on the outside, okay? And just while I've got that here, I'll just explain. I'd already made my card before I watched this other lady do hers. And she had put her DSP right down in the corner because you can see the fold there. I had done mine with that visible and it actually doesn't bother me, so didn't bother me, so I'm going to put mine there. So then you want to adhere that to there. Then you want to take this other piece. I just wasn't sure which bit I actually wanted to use, actually. That one or that one. Let me try them both and see what I want to do. No, I don't want that side. So do I want that side or, oops, what do I want? That. I think I want that on the front because that matches. So then we take this piece and we're just going to slice that in half. What I was going to say and got sidetracked, if you find that, did I say that already? If you find that your blade is a little bit blunt, you might not want to start on your pointy edge because it might mess up the point there. I'm sure you know what I mean. I think I'm done with that. I think I might adhere that down too. Got a little bit of sticking to do. Just with my multi-purpose glue. Oops, I want to go right to the edges. And just leave about the same border all the way around. Need to push that up a little bit so we get a bit of a border there. Yeah, that's good. And then we want to adhere that down there. It's a bit of an unusual card, this one. Haven't seen this one before. Thought I always like to try new things. I thought, oh, I might have a go at that. Now, you can't really see whether I've got a border there or not. I have. That's there. And then, do I want to stick that in there? Maybe not yet. I'm very confident that everything's going to work, aren't I? So we want to, we're going to put these in here, okay, but because they could be a little bit short, see there, because then you want, I'll just explain as I go, you want this. So when I first did this size card, the metric one, I thought, that's not going to work, but it was easy for me to alter my measurements so that it would work. Just I might have to cut mine down a bit if it's not going to work. I think it will, because we've got to put a, we're going to put a border. We haven't got to, but we're going to put a border on our, this will just explain to you why we do this step. So I see where there's a gap there, then that will come down there. Probably doesn't matter so much in this, but we're going to put a border on our little pieces here. Give myself a note because I couldn't for the life of me. Put adhesive onto wrong side of DSP, then lay on border strip. So these pieces are, I think, what did I make them? Doesn't really matter, they're just scrap, but just make them, that's 12.5 centimetres. It's by almost 2, but I think the other ladies used a 1/2 inch strip. I think I just made mine a bit a bit wider in case I needed the glue isn't coming out now. Hoping this is right. Put adhesive onto wrong side of DSP, then lay on, and you need it longer. We're just going to make sure that it's going to fit. You need it longer because, hang on, I've got glue oozing out everywhere here. Because you're going to trim, we're going to trim that there. So if you just have it to the edge, it's not going to, I just had it, I'm not explaining that very well, am I? You want a border, so you've got to go a little bit past there, okay? So that's why you've got to have it a bit longer. All right, I'm going to chop that off there in a minute. So just put your glue on the wrong side of your DSP. And just line it up about the same width as what you've got there, which I've got that a bit shorter, so I'll just pull it down a bit. Don't want heaps, you just want enough. Okay, now grab some scissors and I'll use my big ones. I might use this one. I'll do this one first because it's had time to set, so to speak. Now that I've cut it, you can see you need to go past that edge so that you've got it long enough. Wasn't explaining it very well, was I? To be a bit. There we go. Now, hopefully this is going to match up. And I guess you could leave this open. You could just put the adhesive around two sides and pop a little gift card in it if you wanted to. Or you could pop something in the little pocket at the front. You've got options. You do whatever you would like to do. Oops, don't put your hand in the glue. That would be a nasty mess. And it doesn't, oh, I didn't think it mattered if that crossed over. It's better, you're better off having it cross over than not meet up, I feel. So I'm not using my seal, just in case I need to adjust. There, phew, it covers. So then all we need to do is decorate. Now I'm using two-tone Flora. So I've already gone ahead and stamped and die cut mine, but I will show you how I stamp them on a couple. I'm not going to do them all. So it would just take too much time, wouldn't it? Now I'll do this little one first. Where's his mate? Oh, there. So I've die cut them first, and I'll show you the way I like to do them. Other people might like to do them differently. Of course, you can stamp them before you die cut them, but did not. I just want to see how I line this up first. Probably not as hard as I'm making it look. Yeah, that's right. This is Balmy Blue, by the way. And the paper is with, you've got this, haven't you, Di? The paper is with this set. And then I like to do the dark bit first. Now, I can't remember whether I stamped off or not. I think I did. So stamp off and then put your, find that straight line. Yeah, there it is. I think. Yep. Here we go. Just line that up, and it's like so. And then where are they? These little flowers. However, I found it easier with these ones to actually do the, did I stamp off? I think I did. The lighter colour first. And I'll show you why in a sec when we get to stamp it, because as you know, you can see what direction you're stamping pretty well. And then I found that it was easier to line this one up. I have to do it both ways to see which ways, so you can see what I mean. So if you haven't stamped that, it's a bit tricky. Which way is it? Come on. Yeah, I think it's that way. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's this way. Yeah, we'll do it this way. See, yeah, that's fine. So those two, I'll do the large flower. Put those in with we might even use them. I wasn't sure whether I needed to use them or not. So it's a larger flower. You see, you've got quite a lot of flowers in here. You've got two that are fairly large and two that are about the same size, which can be a bit confusing. Then you've got a small one. So those two are about the same size. Then you've got a little tiny one, and then you've got this one that stamps that one that I just showed you. This little one, which is quite a good one for a filler stamp. So let's make sure I've got that up the right way, not the opposite way around. And we'll do, that's not stuck on there. You can see they've been well used because I love this set. So I should have lined that up first before I did that, shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure that's the way that one goes, I think. And this is Orchid Oasis. Love these colours together, they're just gorgeous. That didn't stamp too good, probably because it was on copy paper, not cardstock. And then I'm doing it on my silicone mat because I find it, once I've stamped, die cut them, I find that easier. Now how gorgeous is that? It's just stunning. And I think my leaves, I think I did them in, because I've already done them and I didn't write down, but I think I did them in, these are just one stamp, it's not a two-step for this one. I think I did them in soft, what is it? No, not soft succulent. Soft sea foam, is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. The light in here is really bad this time of night. We'll see if they look like the ones, yeah they do. Just looks a bit brighter than what I remember soft sea foam to be. The leaves were a bit tricky to, which you wouldn't think so, but you had to make sure you got, and honestly, sometimes when you die cut you miss, so I think it's just whatever suits you. It's whether you want to stamp them first or, see, I tend to go over that sides for some unknown reason. So anyway, we've got all them done. I might give them a quick clean before we start assembling them. No, I didn't stamp off, did I? Just in case I put my fingers in them and transfer the ink to my card. Just put them on top of the case so I know that they're clean. Not too much ink stays on there anyway. Cleaned up. Alright, now we can assemble our flowers. Have we got anyone else here? Is it just us two? Hello Rhonda, hello Laura, and Myrtle, and Denise, and Cheryl. That's all I can see at the moment. How is everyone? You all good? Now, I'm probably not going to need all these flowers and leaves, but I just did, because I haven't actually done this colourway of this card before. I just, so we want to zhuzh up our flowers. Zhuzhing is a technical term, isn't it? I don't think I want two of them. Oh, there's one I haven't stamped. Have I stamped? No, I haven't stamped. If I needed another one, I thought I would have them there. And these ones are the balmy blue ones. I'm kind of going to copy my other card that I didn't use this paper. I'll show you that in a sec. I used these flower stamps, but this stamp set, but I didn't use that paper. Put that over there. And I don't know. Oh yes, I did use a few of these filler in ones. I think are cute. I think I'm going to just, I don't think we'll need them. Oops, throwing away my leaf. Might need you. Come here. Probably need to snip him off a bit if I'm using him. He's not stamped very well. Oh, looks like I just did one little flower. Why did I do one little flower? Oh well, who knows. Zhuzh them up a bit. And I think I'm going to just go for it and adhere these down, because as I said, I have made a card using the same flowers, and I'm just going to copy off it. A dimensional, where did I have that? Sort of halfway up. Another dimensional. And slip that underneath there. Maybe I haven't got that in the middle. That was what I was doing wrong. I wasn't putting it in the middle, so I might have to shift them, do I? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Now, I have those ones poking out here. You can put things down in the pocket if you want to. Maybe I will. So it doesn't have to go under there. It can just go poking out there. And then where do I put that one? Think about dimensionals. If you need to take them off, you can. Don't want it to look symmetrical. Maybe I want you. No, I want it showing. I want it hidden. Maybe I want you just here. Maybe it can go there. Maybe I need a little one on there, otherwise it might show. A couple of little ones on my leaf. Where did you go? You went down in there. Under there. Should have done the leaves first, I guess. Maybe. Let's just lift that a bit, shift it over. Because I don't want my leaf sticking out the edge of the card. Come on. Hiding in there, but you can just hide in behind there. And I had another one there. He might just sneak down in there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to put him down in there. And I had another leaf under there. Where did I? How did I do that? Good when you can go back and see how you did things, isn't it? Oh, come on. Glad to get this door open again. Is anyone else struggling? And in Victoria, you're struggling with this humidity? I just can't bear it. I don't sleep. I've been feeling not so great this afternoon, so I think it's just the heat. Put you there. I had another one there. Oh, come on, I've got two of them now. I do want two, but I didn't want two together. I've got two together, haven't I? And you went up kind of in there. And then you... Oh, I didn't need that on that one. Now, what? These are all my spare flowers. I've got lots of spare flowers, which is good when you're creating something. You don't have to go back and... So we need some... What do we need? Some Wink of Stella. Don't think I put Wink of Stella on my other one. And we need some... Been forgetting my Wink of Stella lately. We need some embellishments. Not sure what we're going to put. Can always go the old pearl. Oh, actually, pearls. That's what I used on the other one. I'll get rid of them because I reckon these will see another year. Yeah, those purple ones go perfectly, won't they? Doesn't want to pick up with my take your pick tool. It's gone on strike. Oh, perhaps it didn't have a... Oh, yes, it does. I might just pick them up with my finger. Sometimes the big ones don't want to pick up with the take your pick tool. It's easier with your fingers because they're not so tiny. We might put that one there. Now I was going to work out a greeting and I haven't, so I just thought I'll just go through my little dish and just show you some ideas. It won't be the same colour, but you could put, no, that's not going to work. I thought the little, where is it? The little one that's in the, what is it in? The succulent one. I thought this is the wrong colour. Might have the right colour here, right? No, that's not one of them. Hang on, we've got some, that's got copper. I don't want copper. Where is that one? Come here. Thought I spotted another. Yeah, I did. Where are you? Yeah, I don't think I'd like that. But I think if that was the right colour, I think that would be fine. So you could do that. I have not put greetings on my other two, but I might go back and do that at a later stage. I just wasn't sure what to put or what would fit. So I will show you. This is the first card I created using this pocket, and this is the American size cardstock I used. Obviously, I used the Hues of Happiness, so I basically copied that, but I just made it our size cardstock. And then we had a lovely class on Saturday, and I had some pansies left over, so I thought, I might, this was the one I did in our size. I thought, I might use my pansies up and make a, now that isn't out of the one I said, that is out of Beautiful Shapes, I'm pretty sure. I'll show you the one I mean in, thought I had one of them cut out. Where is it? Beautiful Shapes, and is it So Succulent? Is that what it's called? No, that's I'm glad we've got the same names as the stamp set now. Here it is, potted succulents. I knew I had one somewhere. So this one comes from here, so it's this one here. It looks like I might have used up my other one that I was talking about. So that's that one. So it would kind of work. And I reckon that this little one, just have a look through here and see. So I'm sure I had one of those, if not two of those. Maybe they were a popular size and I've used them. Looks like it. Yeah. It's hiding if it is there anyway. So this one here would work. I didn't actually like the circle. I don't know if you guys did. I didn't like the circle. I think it'd have to be more this shape, and I didn't like the straight one. So I reckon this shape would be good, or maybe not. Or maybe just leave it without a centre. Anyway, you've got options to do that. What did you think? Which one's your favourite? And this was using the Country Gingham in the mini catalogue. So that's I used. You wouldn't believe how long it took me to choose a colour. I was looking for something in Calypso Coral that matched, but I couldn't find anything. So I just used two different sorts of that paper. So, yeah. So, okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll just see if there's any comments I need to reply to. Like the pansy. Everyone likes the pansy, don't they? Everyone. Sorry, Laura. Can everyone hear me? Laura says she can't hear me. Thank you, Rhonda. Can you hear me, love? Thanks, Denise. You're liking the pansies, girls. Yeah. I guess with the, yeah, you can hear me. I guess they show up more too with the lighter background. So that's probably something to keep in mind. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, so all right then. So thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you next. I think I'm going to stick with Thursday afternoons. It seems to be suiting me better. I just need to be a bit more organised, that's all. Okay, thanks guys. Bye-bye.